And like I said, today it's a day. I must say that today is a day that I decided to do something new. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for
My
being
pleasure.
part. Yeah, it's really nice to see that we can do this together. And as I said, it is a new journey for me, and
Well,
no
you know
really
what?
so new
I
journey,
I've
but
been very, very impressed with
really,
the fact, seriously, because when we started planning this
yeah,
to now,
yes,
you've added in new technology, you've added in all the rest of the stuff, and to get us doing this now from where we were before,
yes.
absolutely fantastic. Well done, you.
Yeah, thank you. It was something I think I've experienced it during my webinars. It's always, no matter how much you plan, there is always one thing or the other that shows up. And when it shows up like that, well, like I said in my previous recording, I was saying something about, you remember, practice makes what? Progress. And when you practice on things, you come across certain things. That's like technology
Oh
or
yeah,
problems
but
like that. You have to continue to learn, and that's something I did today. I have to get a new camera quickly. I have to look for a new device software to update my laptop, but that
that's
didn't
it.
help. So it
Hmm.
was just like a decision, and then I spoke to Zoom support, trying to say, oh, well, I'm doing this for the first time, like YouTube or Facebook Live.
Right.
Otherwise, a webinar is something that I do very often. So, how are you feeling? I always like to start with the word, how are you feeling? It's great to have you today. And
Thank
yes,
you.
today I'm going to talk right from a heart space. And
Hmm.
of course, we have to talk about something, from an emotional state, from a psychological state, and physical well-being, because that's all it's all about. It's about our soul. It's about us, the inner work, the our highest being, and relating that into our physical being, how we can deal with daily challenges that we come across in our lives, and what we wanted, how we'll be able to channel the things, the struggles, even the victories that we experience during our lives. So today I welcome you to share with me and the audience your experience, your expertise. So we're just doing this testing to see if it works. You can hear me, and I've been able to bring some couple of lights a little bit
Yes,
here.
and
Uh,
that's made it better. It's the same as
that
I've got a big light here in front of me because if it goes off,
all right.
it's not as good at all. So, yeah, this always comes on when I'm
Okay.
videoing.
All right. So today, I wanted to discuss much about, nurturing your soul and your physical being,
Hmm.
and that comes from part of how I've been able to walk through things every day of my life, regardless if it's work, if it's even relationship to friends and family, work related, clients, how I've been able to adapt, and even having the haha moments that, what, you've been working so much, you've been doing so much, it is all right to take a step backward and look and say, no, I'm shutting down things for
Yep.
the moment. I want to take care of myself.
This
Um,
is something that I know very much because I've been teaching for many, many years, 32 years now. And the amount of teachers that do not understand the work-life balance. Nowadays, it's much, much better. It really is. But back, I'm saying 10 years ago, teachers would take things home. They would work all weekend. They would work all week. The family was neglected while the exercise books were marked and planning was done and all the rest of it. And they didn't really take time out just to chill, just to do the things they enjoyed doing, just to get that balance back between family, between work. And I see that happening a lot more now until this year. And this year with COVID, everything has just gone very, very strange. So people have so many more challenges now. And that's the reason why I think, I mean, you and I went on this coaching course for that reason. because there's a way of helping people, especially behind a Zoom internet connection, that a lot of people in lockdown need that connection. They're very lonely, a lot of people, and they don't know who to speak to.
Mm.
So they bury themselves in work because they can't go out and talk to their friends, and their friends are equally behind the house as well. So
Yeah.
this is something that I see is a really valuable connection, uh, and helping your soul, helping your physical well-being. That's exactly it. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course I do agree because apart from the COVID, I've seen colleagues, friends, people just go working, doing things, just not having that enough time to find a balance between work, responsibility, and expectations. And that has led to we, many of us just go like a kind of autopilot
Yes.
mindset,
Hmm.
and you just go and you do things, you try to fix this, you try to be, yeah, you try to be all over the place, and at the end of the day it comes trapping down to this symptoms of dissatisfaction, exhaustion,
Hmm.
having burnout. Then it comes to the
So
area that
how
dips in.
how do you take care of yourself? What do you do?
Actually, it was a long journey for me. I didn't have a chance, like I used to say. I'm just like a go-getter, and I still have that instinct. It's just part of me. But I've learned to be able to have healthy way of living today, healthy life. And it all started when I had my first burnout, 2014. I didn't know what it was, but it was still this mindset. I gotta get fixed now. Maybe if I rest 2 days, 3 days, that'll be fine. So what I do to the party, if I have to put back, put aside my past and look into how I do today. Today I work from Monday to Thursday, and on Friday I make sure that during the 4 days I'm able to like really work, have a goal. First thing I do in the morning when I
Hmm.
wake up is to check my emails, be sure that I've been able to respond to one or two, three things very, very important on the priority list, and have a goal for the day. What is expected of me and what should I do? Or
Okay,
what I need
but
to do.
right.
Having that measure.
Okay, and what you just said seems ideal for when you're working.
Mhm.
When Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes round, and you go, do you know what? Now it's time to relax. What do you
Exactly.
do to help yourself?
Well, before I would say before what I do is I plan to take a walk round, or especially on Friday I want to have a quiet moment, like slowing down all the whatever thinking, the obligations I have. I just try to slow down from that Friday around 5 o'clock. That's saying okay, am I stressed up? Okay, maybe there's something I need to fix, but just in this moment I need to cut it out. And where I start with thinking about having a salt bath.
Okay.
Oh, that's the first thing. But I start with lighting candles,
Hmm.
bringing light around me, and trying to calm down. I think about good food. What kind of good food? Sometimes I'm so tired of, you know, starting the cooking, but I try to say, okay, can I make a juice? But this cannot be. Maybe this is not applied to everyone. But just having that thought of slowing down,
Yes.
it's a not pulling into, all right, I have to fix this, I have to be here, I have to make, but it's just that moment around that 5 I start thinking about myself. What can I do? And I don't want any must list.
Okay.
So it can
Do
boils down from.
no. The question I was going to ask you is: does that mean on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when you are working your lists, you are doing very kind of strong stuff? Yeah.
Mhm.
Does that mean that you're on full power
Of
all
course
day?
I am. Of course I
So
am on full.
how do you sleep?
I shut down already in the evening, like in
Right.
the evenings. All right, I don't have small kids I take care of.
Hmm.
Also, okay, that makes it more different. But what I do is I shut down. I try to bring myself into, do I want to watch a movie? Is there someone important in my life I want to talk to? Is there something I haven't done? Because it's about me having that decision that whatever I do at the end of the day, I have a Hannah and Howard or two for myself.
Yes. Good.
But this, remember, this is not applied to everyone.
Mhm.
We have to be time because we know people comes up. It's not. It doesn't apply to everyone. So what I try to do is I have promised. Is a promise I made to myself that whatever I do at the end of the day, minimum 30 minutes thinking about me, what I have been able to do. I ask myself, Clementina, what have you done today for yourself at the end of the day? And that brings me to, in my son, it's okay to say, people might say, oh, why you, it feels like yourself. No, it's not about, it's about taking care of myself, regenerating a new energy, even, giving me that passion of something I want to do. Sometimes I just love journaling. I
That's
journal.
exactly what I was going to ask. I said, do you? Do you
Yeah.
journal? You do. Very
Sometimes I
good.
just love journaling. And there is
Well,
this
it's something
unique,
I've never done before until I've spoken to quite a few people on our course. And now I've started to do that and kind of basically feel gratitude for the things that you do.
yeah.
That's become kind of ingrained. And
And there is, sorry, you go on.
I was going to say it helps you see the best of everything
Yes.
because it's very easy these days to just moan, to just complain about everything that you can't do. Whereas if you take a little bit of time and you actually physically write it down, that's what makes a difference. Not thinking about it, writing it down, and then you go back a few days later and go, oh, yeah, okay, that happened, and this has got better, and oh, wow, you can see the progress. And that, to me, that's really important progress.
You're right. You're right. I think the most effective thing that I've done in the process, even helping, this is what I encourage to my clients and even to close people around me, that I do not want to be a leadership coach that uh, they become dependent of me. In the beginning, I get much involved and interactive with them, but
Hmm.
then it gets to the second or the third meetings. I make them to understand that we are in this together. I'm here to follow you through your journey and process, but you need to do the work. You need to be able to help yourself because I
Hmm.
won't be around forever for you. So I start like encourage them to apply um, the was the mindset of being grateful, waking up in the morning and knowing that, being grateful, having another day that gives you the chance to make another try.
Hmm.
Because I've learned during my journey and even seeing people, beautiful transformation in people's life based on the fact that they come to that groundness and to come, nothing, no quick fix. Yeah, you probably have seen it in my content, even when interacting with me.
Hmm.
Maybe our first three, four interactions and breakthrough sessions, and we both had. You've had me, like a mantra about being grateful. I believe there is a potential in every woman being to improve themselves if the
Hmm.
willingness is there.
Yeah.
So, uh, of course, but I also know the importance of loving yourself. I think I'm a little bit indulged when it comes to the fact that I have put almost all those energy I pour out there, loving, putting, want to save the world, of course, helping. I'm a light bearer to help people, to put light on people's life, yes, but I'm also a woman being that I deserve the amounts of love and investments that I put in people. To bring that to myself as well. So it was a learning curve for me and transforming from the day I choose to become a professional certified coach.
Hmm.
And before even I joined you guys in London, it was also a beginning of life for me that I determine no matter what I do, no matter where I go, no matter in my job life, I have to put that room where I exist for myself.
And how many years did it take you to actually understand that?
It all started in 2017 when it was an experience that happened in my life. I would say all those past experiences that brought me to a place of loving, knowing the definite, the one thing we say, we love you, I care about you. But giving every, you can't give or support from an empty cup.
Yep.
So I'm very determined, even during my tries, that no, this
I
is
know
not
that,
me.
Clementina. I know how determined you are.
I have this.
Every time I speak to you, it comes
Yeah,
across.
I have that very strong determination that yes, this is a try right in front of me, but that's not who I am.
Right.
So I always believe that there is a solution, but I need to know how.
Yes.
I'm not good like asking for help. I still need to improve that, to be
Hmm.
able to ask and that I need help for something. But because I'm used to doing things myself, I'm I'm used to fighting people's war, solving people's problems. So I forgot much about me.
Yes.
So I'll the transition started in 2018 for me, when I realized that all I've done is loving other people, loving people, helping them to transition, to aim a goal, be part of their process to succession. Um,
But
then I
did
asked
you not,
myself,
in giving out all that love and help and support, did you not get something back?
I would say no. And
Right.
the reason for, I try to find the word for the reason for that. And I think it's like I said, I'm not good like asking for help. I wasn't, but today, because I think I grew up from a home. My father is very tough, like learning us to be more independent.
Yes.
And I
Hmm.
think I started my being independent very early, and it was so much of learning curves. It was so much of cutting through the barriers, weaknesses, and all those things have brought me into a space of even being a very strong mother, a single mother for a long time. And even in my relationship, if things were going wrong, I just believe there is a solution.
Mm.
I can tell you a story of a friend that I could see strength in other people, potential in people, and there's nothing wrong about that. That you have the ability to build up other people, you have the ability to see the goodness of other people, but then you cannot be responsible for what other people do, or what
Sure.
other people want you to be, because this is where the transition came from me. I've been always living, or trying to avoid this kind of a conflict with people, trying to balance everything, balance the
Hmm.
situation, going in into what I thought would be best for everyone. And there I have my moments.
But
I
that is the classic people pleaser. That's the classic person that only gets validation from other people and overshares and gives so much towards other people that then those other people expect that from you.
Yes, because it got to the point, as I remember, even when I was struggling with my health, when I was struggling, like when I said, "Here, listen, I'm exhausted. I need to rest." It was like a struggle for them to believe. It was a struggle. It was like, "You can be tired. We know you. You're very strong. You're tough. You do this. You do." But I'm a woman being, right? And and there was a moment in my life, things changed from 2016 to 2017. It was like a new beginning for me, and all the things that have been in the past came along on the way. So it was like some kind of imbalance. But I started learning in 2018 that it's time for me to face me, because at the end of the day, it's all about me. because I allowed myself to be in that position.
Yeah.
And that moment that I turned water and said, because I know people's validations, I can remember it was in April 2018. I said to myself, Clementina, you know who you are. And thank God, in a way, I have some journals of the past, photos of the past, things I have done that
Yes.
brought me to the place that you've been a go-getter. You've been, someone who have done this. We're talking about really being part of people's life for their betterment, for their transmission. I mean, to succession. If you can do that, if you have the ability to work in a workplace and being able to be productive, to do certain things to a result, and people try to shape you in some way just because you believe you allow them. And it started with me taking back my power back. uh, of course, we have to make healthy boundaries, healthy, really tough decisions that might feel like, oh, um, what happened to her? She did this or he did that. And that's where your self-empowerment come, when your voice matter, where you matter to yourself, being in a relationship with yourself. And that's where we talk about self-development, personal development, knowing
Mm.
that every day you are accountable for your actions and also the cause and effect for other people. And when you, because of course
Well,
we have
that's,
social
I mean,
aspect.
that precisely is the thing that motivates me. So when, for example, I'm teaching, and I teach Spanish and French in schools, the children I choose to teach are the ones who are in 5 sets. They're set 5 or set 4. They're the kids that have been told they're rubbish at maths, at English, at science. You just and they come to me going, I can't do Spanish, I can't do French. Yeah, you can. You haven't met me yet, so, and that sounds boastful, but it's not. Because what I do is I throw things at them. I throw stupid cuddly toys at their head. I'll show you. Here's one like that. So there you are, like those.
Yeah.
And seriously, I throw them at the kids, and the kids, when they catch them, have to answer the question. But then this becomes power. And you say, right, that was brilliant. Oh, well done, you. Who deserves to follow you? You got the power. Pass it to someone. They've got to speak. And they go, my friend. And your friend is going to obviously do it because it's your friend that's telling you. And it goes on like that. But you can see over a few lessons, they think it's just fun. But then when they have to write it down, they remember it a lot more because they've been playing silly games. Now, those same people I taught, I've been in the place I've been living in now for 28 years. I taught 25 years at the school here. And a lot of the people I used to teach are now in their 30s. And I meet them in the pub. And they go, all right, sir. I go, no, I'm not sir anymore. It's fine. I'm Mark. It's fine. Right. And they'll go, at some point in that conversation, they will do this thing. I love to see this thing. And it goes like this. And they turn their head, look around, and they go, I was really, really horrible at school, wasn't I? And I went, you were a teenager. Yeah, of course you were. Right. But then they go, sorry, do you want a beer? And I go, yes, that's lovely. Thank you very much. But to get that recognition of the fact that, I mean, one kid once spoke to me, is Lewis, once came up to me and said, I'm a plasterer now. I've got a really good job, blah, blah. I used to be horrible in the class. Can I come and speak to the kids you speak to, you teach? And I went, do you know what? I would love you to do that. But you take yourself back to when you were 16, you were 15, and someone like your age, 23, came in and said, would you listen to them? And he went, yeah, fair point. No, I wouldn't. Because you have to live that yourself. And I love making the change between those kids when they suddenly go, I can do this. I can do this in Spanish. I can do this in French. Oh, wow. I can, and I teach them mind skills to help them with the rest of what they do. Now, when you make that difference, you wake up every day going like, brilliant. If I get that aha moment, the one where the kid goes, oh, you mean it's that? And you go, yeah. And if you do that, it gets even better. And they go, right. That's teaching. That for me, that's wonderful. That's what I
Yeah.
live for.
There was a
So that,
story you told me. I would like you to share maybe later when we start at 1700, because I think it's very powerful and also empowering for other people to know, regardless where you find yourself, regardless the situation, wherever it is, you just need that one helping hand that
Yes.
helps you and gives you that courage and gives you the sense of hope to take that little baby step decision that can become a huge,
Yes.
I
Oh yeah.
mean, they contributes to your next move.
But
And
it's the
it
self
would be
belief.
lovely for you to share with the audience how you were able to do it, because it's one of the reasons I asked you to join me, because one, you've been teaching for a long time, and incorporating my management skills and coaching skills, and that could be some, we can together bring some kind of value and purpose to people today. So this is why I said, oh, well, Mike must join me in this.
Mark,
Mark,
you've
Mark,
done it again.
oh yeah, probably. I know you always ask me, oh, come on, is it talking to someone? Are you talking to someone? Sometimes my Swedish intonation get in the way of the English intonation
Yeah,
pronunciation,
right.
and then
So,
vice versa. It
uh-huh.
happens like that.
Okay.
And as you can see, even on my page, I'm still like looking into how to bring these two different words together,
Yes. Yes.
bringing the Swedish people closer and also bringing the international people to, together. Um, I've spent half of my, I would say, 20 years in January in Sweden.
Mm.
It's almost half of my life, I was a half of my life in Sweden. And I was a young mother when I came to Sweden, so I worked in the industry for many years. I became a consultant. I was with Scandinavia Airline, and there is an energy company Collabidoy and the state institution. So I've been like all around the Canada, um, Germany. Vienna is my second home. So, and now becoming this entrepreneur, mindset, that not even mindset, is a passion. I love to build, I love to
Yes.
manage, I love to create something,
Hmm.
facilitate things. And of course, I have like my focus, goal oriented way of doing things. um, I see all this potential, bringing all this could be is useful for both international perspective and
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Sweden as a whole. But I still, I'm trying to look for a strategy fit
Do
that's
you
both.
do you still have a lot of contact with the people you helped a couple of
From
years
a
ago?
distance, of course, I do, but from a distance.
Yes.
Because I realize that, but my clients, of course, they are accessible to me.
Yes.
I try to, because this is a thing, some people want to remain private, and that's
Hmm.
something we need to learn in being a coach.
Yes.
Like I said before on the closed room, I didn't start being a coach or a mentor today. I started my journey since I was 15 years in
Mm.
helping people. It generated from one platform to one life experience to another. But today I do it professionally and being educated and certified in that area as well. I think it's part of my soul journey to help people, and not just saying help. I used to ask people, when you say you want to help somebody, you're helping them to change from one thing to another, to move them forward. A significant change, there's a transition there.
Yes.
And that's the definition of helping people. Helping, you can help somebody from mentally blocked to someone who become mentally motivated. You can also help someone physically to move, to push them forward into a decision. That's also, it could be anything for that person.
Hmm.
And then when it comes to this area of depression, trauma, anxiety, this is something I really have a burning desire to really help people, because I was really in a dark space. I was one of the women, or one of the people the doctor says you can survive and even be rejected and being left to bleed. So today, standing today and being able to do everything I do, help people really, I'm talking about vulnerable states of
Yes.
being,
Hmm.
to capability to a complete change of life, and not just change, become a happy being again.
Mm.
I
So when
that
they see you now, they see someone who has lots of power, who is control of their emotions. They know what they're doing. They know how to motivate people. Can those same people who are down here, can they realize that you were also like that at one stage, but now
um you mean, are you asking for the people I've helped in the past or the people
yes,
I help now?
both?
The people I help in the past, some majority of them I've tried to come into my inner circle, but this is not possible because one, when you go through the dark night of the soul, you learn about forgiveness and unconditional love.
Hmm.
And that is something I never knew what it was until I came to that place of using my own model that I created for
Hmm.
myself, and which I'm using in part of my business today. And I could see you can love people, really love them from an unconditional place without grief or any hard feelings. And so send them love, but they do not need to be in your inner circle. So would they need help? I can help them, but I'm just not energetically connected.
Okay. So you now have a protective barrier
Yeah,
that
having
you can
that
help people,
boundary.
but it stops there. There's your
Yes,
boundary. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So I think that's the difference, and they struggle to understand being loving someone unconditionally and sending them love, and being in love with somebody is a two different thing,
Hmm.
right? And I need to explain. I need to help people to understand the difference, because I will say it like a mantra. Nobody will give you respect if you don't respect yourself. Having that self respect and dignity, it will reflect in your action, in your moral conduct. So I went to what I call really self training myself to be grounded, to be in a relationship with myself. And that was when the healing is an inner walk. That was when the healing started. As I was telling you today, I think I discussed shortly about my son with the coiling hair, and this is something very funny. It, like knowing, being able to see other people in being in the shoes and vice versa.
Yeah, but
And I,
your story to me, what I understood was he's got naturally curly hair because of you. He
yeah.
blames you for this naturally curly hair, but all of his friends have straight hair.
Hmm.
So he wanted to get them like straightened out and to
Yes.
belong with the
Hmm.
others. That was
Yeah.
part of it, to belong, yeah?
Yeah, to belong, to be, this belongingness, we're talking about social expectations.
Yes.
Sometimes it gets overboard, where we forget about who we are, and we want to be somebody, we want to be something other people predict or expect us to be.
Mm.
Well, we fall into the victims. I've been there before, but I think I've been a little bit my own way, but more of, I always want to have everybody around me and let's go and do it. And just being that oneness has been part of me.
Right,
But maybe it's not. You can be oneness, but you have to do it from a healthy space.
right. There is
Now we
one
have
thing
like
I know.
five
Hold on.
minutes.
I know. We're talking teenagers, right?
Yes.
Teenagers want to belong. For the most part, teenagers, it's very rare to find a teenager who stands out, is proud to stand out, and
Yeah.
has that self confidence.
Mhm.
They're the ones that tend to be go and do something with drama and arts and everything else, but they don't care what other people think. And to me, that's taken me many, many long years of my life to get to the point where I don't care what people think. I know what I'm like. I know how I can progress. I don't need someone else to go, oh, well done. But but
Yeah.
teenagers do until
Yeah,
they
of
find their
course, of
voice.
course. They build like the pack. They want to go like a pack. I
Mm.
understand that, and that's where um having this parents needing the support of coaching and mentoring, women group, women empowerment, men empowerment, parenting coaching. That's where we comes in. And also maybe because much about my business and my concept are built on sustainability, not just sustainability about the social perspective, economical or quality, but also human perspective, that we are sustainable in the way we live today, where we have to be more conscious of what we do, more living within and be responsible.
Hmm.
And when we become part of that knowing and improve, of course, no perfect parents, no perfect human beings. We have to, it's a continuous, going inward and working and shadowing work and so on. And that comes to, because when we are aligned with ourselves, we'll become a better person, a better version of ourselves, a better society. We're able to help and support each other. And that's my belief. I'm gonna see we have 3 minutes. We have
Yep.
to end now, and now everything is working. And I see you on the other side. I hope you have the other Zoom link.
The
Uh,
other Zoom link. There's
yeah,
another one. I
yeah, but
thought we were
this
just
is
going to
just
continue on this one. No, right? Okay. So hold on.
this is a different one because the audience come in with the other one.
Okay.
I
Well,
posted it out to
in
join.
that
So
case, gives 2 secs.
we have to close now because I need to connect
Yep,
there. We
that's
have
fair
three
enough. You
minutes.
do, yeah, because otherwise this will go on.
All right then.
So, right, I'll see you in a sec.
I see you. Bye for now. Nice
Bye.
talking to you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.